Alright, man in boxing, Blair the Flair Cobbs. Shout out to Goodfellas Sports TV.
Got our official sponsor, Greenwood Stock Trading. If you want to learn how to make some passive income, some extra money, so you can invest in your future and your kids' future, give them a call for a free 10-minute consultation, 281-760-3170. Go get to the bag.
All right, man. Vergil Ortiz got cooked by Blair Cobbs again. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Now, we all know Vergil Ortiz since the cease and desist letter. A cease and desist with all these tricks, just trying to make it out of 115 cents. And, you know, basically sent that letter to Blair Cobbs for saying that, you know, for publicly defaming him and saying that he was on the juice. You know what I'm saying? Said he was on that patty whap. So, Blair Cobbs recanted his statement. Now, video you've seen yesterday, or you've seen, you know, I posted in my shorts yesterday. I'm gonna do more shorts, and I posted it on my I posted before this video, hopefully. Blair Cobbs, you know, basically, you know, said that rhabdomyolysis, you know, when you take that shit, you know, and you catch rhabdomyolysis, that's what I'm just call it for short, you know, and you get sick one time and you try to take that shit again, rhabdomyolysis comes right back. Right? You can research it for yourself and, you know, whatever. So it ain't looking good. And I'm not surprised, bro. It's a bunch of these fighters that's on that shit. And I'm not one of them people that like to say, well, if one person on it, everybody on it. What everybody do. I hate when people group people like that. No. Just because one person do it, or just because 90% do it, what about the 10% that's clean? You know? And performance enhancing drugs, not necessarily a steroid. It could be a diuretic. It could be a pill you buy over the counter. You know, or you buy at you know, GNC or something like that. You can't get those things, right? And you know, with him saying that, you know, people say, well, something that he's dealing with, but it's, you know, what Blair Cobbs is saying is making a bunch of sense. And I'm not sure if he tested or not. I want to say that allegedly that he not tested. I could be wrong. But, you know, then again, a lot of people say, who is Blair Cobbs placed to do this to Vergil Ortiz, and you were still trying to fight him. So my thing is, you know, if you are on performance enhancing drugs, nobody should be trying to fight you. You know, everybody should be free to you out. Everybody should grow a bunch of kahunas. Since boxing won't regulate itself, you gotta expect the boxers to regulate. But, you know, Blair Cobbs gonna continue to say that. And obviously, you'll be surprised what I know. So if I know it, how many people in the boxing world really know it? I don't really think people really care in boxing, honestly. It's showed by Canelo Alvarez getting his suspension for 6 months and not having a test. All Triple G wanted was a payday. He didn't care. He didn't, you know, to my knowledge, he didn't go up there and contest and say, well, you know, we need to have this dude tested. You know, if he's going to come back in September to fight me, he should be tested for the six months. All these people really care about is the money. You know, you're talking about people having a code, people having integrity, people having ethics. If a motherfucker who ain't got no ethics, if they put money over all of that, you know, that's a dangerous motherfucker, dude. If you put money over your life, you know what I'm saying? Because it could be your life in that ring. And continuously, guys like Jarrell Miller is able to come back and make a living. Canelo was able to come back and make a living. A lot of these dudes are able to come back and make a damn good living like it never happened. It's different from the NFL. Even in the NFL, that could be a life and death situation. You know, that's high speed, high collision. You know what I'm saying? That can be attributed to killing somebody as well too. And then it's not the harm when you take steroids in general. It's the harm that it does to the body years down the line. You know what I'm saying? It's the harm that it's the bodily harm that you're doing to yourself. So I ain't really never respected people who prioritize money over everything. You see people put money over their own family. It's a fine line for men. Because if you ain't got it, you know, you shamed. But when you going out there and getting it and you don't spend enough time with the family, you shamed. No man can do both. No man can do both. And even if you could, let's say you came up on $1 trillion, you sat at home all day, well, no woman really respects you though. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's really my thing about it, bro. A lot of these dudes just outside of that and other exceptions to the rules put money over everything. But my thing, what's the point of exposing who popped hot if they still gonna be able to come make a living no matter how many drugs they had in the system, no matter how many times they popped hot? And imagine, it ain't like it's a governing body. If I'm paying VADA, right? And let's say like Al Heyman allegedly has VADA, he pay him and he don't want the test to be released. If I'm paying you and telling you not to release something, sweep something under the rug for some more money, it never get out. So come on, look what Eddie Hearn tried to do to the Oscar Rivas and Dillian White. How many times did that actually happen in boxing? What's the point of testing if y'all still gonna let these dudes have a career after multiple drug tests being failed? You know, and who knows how many tests they sweeping up under the rugs. You hear stuff about fighters getting therapeutic exceptions, exemptions, and all this type of stuff, bro. So at the end of the day, I don't think it matters, because if you're gonna fight them anyway, you're gonna fight them anyway. It's about the money. That's all it's about, is the money. You know, that's all it's about at the end of the day. It's about $1. That's it. And when your purpose is only getting money, bro, you don't have a purpose, bro. That's not something to make a long-term goal. It's not even a goal. It's like, that's cool to have as a goal. That's not you're not having a purpose, bro. Every man should have a purpose, bro. Greater than money. I mean, your money shouldn't even be your purpose, bro. It should be a goal, but it can't be a purpose. And all these dudes just care about money and boxing, and everybody waiting for a handout. Nobody standing for nothing. Everybody just want the money. And when they get the money, they so unfulfilled. They still unhappy. Their careers don't take off how they want to take off, listening to other motherfuckers, and it's stagnant. But, you know, but what he said, yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's true. And what's so funny is, if you ever understood how a steroid deal go down, like, you could be working out in the gym and shit, and somebody can offer it to you, like, well, I got this, that, and the third, and boom. But you would think somebody with some money and some backing behind it would have a science behind it. All right, yo, if you take this, you get caught, say it was this. Or you take this, get caught, guess what? If you get this, you can't take this again, because then it's going to pop up again, so do this. So, in my opinion, he innocent. Vergil Ortiz innocent. You can't prove me. He didn't test positive. He didn't. This can just be overexhaustion, trying to cut weight the wrong way. And I said this the other day, like, a lot of these dudes is cutting weight trying to save money, because, you know, all the taxes and people, they got to pay promoter fees and managers and trainer fees and all this shit. A lot of these dudes is just trying to save money. So they don't have nutritionists and they don't have strength and conditioning. They trying to do this shit on their own. And it's always going to take money to make money. You're going to spend some money, you know, on a nutritionist and all this type of stuff, and a dietitian and all that shit, to make sure you at where you need to eat and be at. You can't just prep your own meals if you don't know what you're doing. You just can't buy some meal preps and say, well, this is it. It's a science behind it. When you cutting that much weight and you want to remain safe as possible and you want to be able to be, healthy or healthy as possible, you got to spend that cash. You got to spend that cash. So it's funny, like I said before, it's funny how people be cheap with their life, bro. Everyday living, people eat off the dollar menu, probably the $2 or $3 menu now. You know what I'm saying? People take the cheapest route. You know what I'm saying? People are expensive with clothes and food with clothes and gym shoes and shit, and it doesn't advance your life nothing. Then you take a Spirit flight, my nigga. Like, are you serious? Niggas taking Spirit flights across country. People just spend the wrong money on the wrong shit, and that's why a lot of people ain't got no money. Saving is a huge aspect of it, but a lot of people ain't got no money because they be putting money in the shit that don't have no appreciation. I'm gonna keep saying that. None whatsoever, but it is what it is. Check out the Box News playlist, I'd say Box News. Thumbs up the video. Share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Financially want to support the channel, Cash App, $CJGood313. Venmo, CJGood313. PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Link tree, the first link in the description. Peace.